you know, like an actor, there's two things. When your career starts going down, and mine has done that twice. At the end of the 80s and at the end of the 90s, my career just started going down a little bit. You only have two choices, and you know this. You can just kind of go, you know, and poor me. Or you do the smart thing, which is, like in battle, like a general, you retreat and you go in another direction. You retreat and attack in another direction. Because this doesn't work anymore, so I do this. And I've done that twice, and it's worked.
Have you investigated the reasons of the failure?
Yes. And my answer is, well, let me see if I can explain this. In the early 1980s, I created a sound with the piano for pop ballads.
So some examples of that.
All the Chicago stuff. I was working with Kenny Loggins and Kenny Rogers and Julio Iglesias and St. Elmo's Fire and Earth, Wind and Fire and Olivia Newton-John. I'm looking to try and get the names.
Sure.
It was before Celine, but it was a sound. The big piano, electric piano, ballad, boom, 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 big moment. At the end of the 80s, that sound stopped working for me. But there was a young man named Richard Marx who was my gopher. You know what gopher is? It's like he's in the studio and he just is your slave, right? Get me coffee, get me a drink, give me a back rub, right? And he was a very talented singer-songwriter. He took my sound and he didn't take it, he observed it and took it for himself. And at the end of the 80s, he started making records with that sound, and it worked. Because he was young, and it worked, right? It didn't work for me anymore. So I had to change. Then it stopped working for him in the 90s. He took that sound and he gave it to NSYNC. And NSYNC had a huge hit with that same Fender Rhodes piano sound. That didn't work for me anymore. It didn't work for Richard, but now it works for NSYNC. Now, go to 2005. I'm working with Beyonce and Destiny's Child. You know this group, Destiny's Child?
Of course.
And they want me to write a song for their new album. And I write two songs, trying to think about Destiny's Child. And they say, no, this is shit. No, we don't like it. We want that sound you did with Chicago. And so I wrote a song like that. And it's on MTV right now.
Jesus.
So,
how is it called?
The Circle. It's called Stand Up for Love. Circle, right?
Or Spiral.
So, or Spiral, oh, that's good. So, if you ask me, did I investigate my failures? Yes. I understand my failures very well.
Дорогие друзья, подпишитесь на мой канал Дмитрий Дибров, Антропология 2.0.